Good morning, dear friends and students. Welcome to Prithviraj English Academy. As till now, I have provided the question answers of SST of revised syllabus of 2024. So for the first time, I'm going to start the explanation of the SST of 10th standard revised syllabus 2024 part number 2, chapter number 17. The First War of Indian Independence 1857. So let's begin the explanation of this lesson. So before we are going to start the lesson, we should come to know that after completing the lesson, we will come to know about the causes for the First War of Independence, immediate cause for the revolt, spread of revolt and its nature, failure of the revolt and its effects we will come to know. So now starts the lesson. So first is introduction. With the objective of expanding their rule in India, the British had brought into force the doctrine of subsidiary alliance, and subsidiary alliance was introduced by the Lord Wellesley in 1798. I hope you know this one. And in a year of 1798 only, the Hyderabad is the first state which was accepted the subsidiary alliance. And second policy is the doctrine of lapse, introduced by the Dalhousie in 1848. So what it means? Doctrine of lapse means if any Indian ruler died childless, his adopted male child had no legal right over the throne. Means if suppose any king of Indian, if he maybe died, then his child, maybe the male child, didn't have right to become the king, a nawab, a sultan of the particular region. So this is the rule. Yeah, this is the policy introduced by the Dalhousie. Now move to the next. Many native rulers rose rebel for their extensions. And Arms Act, appointment of Inam Commission created dissatisfaction among Indians about British. As a result, Indians were upset. As you know, here they have introduced the Arms Act, and along with that they have appointed the Inam Commission. These are the things. Inam Commission means what? We will come to know about that. Inam Commission means what? The land, Inam lands without documents were confiscated. Confiscated means seized or taken by the Britishers, because you know that Indians didn't have the practice of taking the documents. Only the inams was going to they are got by the Mughal emperor of the time of the Mughals. They got the without documents, and now they have made a rule that every land should be have the documents. Whichever land they didn't have the document, then directly they are going to hand over to the British. So this is the, by this one many Indians was going to dissatisfied by the Indians. They are not happy with this one, and many are started against them. They were disappointed and dissatisfied with the British administration too. This dissatisfaction surfaced as a major revolt in 1857. So this is also the main cause. What is that? Arms and the Inam Commission, they both are also the major cause. Along with that, those above mentioned two policies. And then come to the, while some Indians are going to call it as the First War of Independence. You have to remember this one. It is very very important that 1857 revolt was going to refer by the Indian historians. It is the First War of Indian Independence. And at the same time, the British historians are going to call it as the Sepoy Mutiny. So these two you have to remember. One is the Indians are going to call it as the First War of Independence, and Britishers are going to call it as the Sepoy Mutiny. You have to remember these two. It is very important. Now move to the next. The causes for the First War of Independence. So first one, those are the causes: political causes, economic causes, administrative causes, and military causes. So now one by one I am going to explain, and we will come to know about these causes. Now first one is political causes. Many kingdoms lost their rights due to the doctrine of lapse brought by the Britishers, Dalhousie, in the year of 1848. You know that about what will be happen. So by this one, many kingdoms like Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur and other kingdoms came under the British control. So where these are all will be located? Satara, Jaipur, Jhansi, Udaipur and others. So let me show you. So here it is our Satara in Maharashtra, Udaipur in Rajasthan, Jaipur also in Rajasthan, and then come to the what is that? Jhansi. It is in Madhya Pradesh. So these all places come under the British, and along with that so many kingdoms like our own. If suppose you are going to belongs to the Belagavi district, then our own Kittur and Channamas. Kittur also by this one only, doctrine of lapse policy only, they are going to take control, hard control over the Kittur by the Britishers. So this is the many, you have to remember this one. Okay, then come to the next point in a political causes. Dalhousie cancelled the princely titles of the Nawabs of the Tanjavuru and Carnatic kingdoms. As you know, here Tamil Nadu will become Tanjavuru and Carnatic region. Here it is. Carnatic region means what? This one. What is that? The coastal area of the India. The Britishers were going to call it as a Carnatic region. Okay. So these all will be. He has cancelled the princely state like Nawabs, Sultans. These all are going to cancelled by the Dalhousie according to the doctrine of lapse policy. Then the Mughal Sultans, the Nawab of Oudh and other kings were dethroned. Dethroned means he was not going to the Dalhousie was not going to allow them to become the sultans, because these all are adopted by their fathers. They are not original sons. They are adopted by the sultans before he was died. So he was not going to allow them to become the king. Who? The Mughal Sultans and the Nawab of the Oudh and other kingdoms. Oudh means Uttar Pradesh. Here it comes. Okay. Now come to the lakhs of soldiers who were dependent on these kingdoms. Means these Satara, Udaipur, Jhansi, and these all. What is that? Udaipur. These all, and now come to the Tanjavuru, Carnatic, and then come to the Oudh and Mughals. These all the means the soldiers, those are going to dependent on them. If the kings only not there, a kingdom only not there, then they all became the unemployed. So this is the major cause for the politically to the revolt of 1857. This became a strong cause for the protest of 1857 against the British. You have to remember this one. These all. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 points you have to write minimum in the examination for the political causes. Now move to the next. What is that? Economics causes. Economics causes. Due to the development of industrialization in England, the Indian handicrafts and industries diminished. Diminished means here it is meaning is there. Become less. Because of this industrialization was happened in England. Because of that, ours the handicraft means those are going to made by the decorative objects made by the hands. Those are all are going to now become less only. They are means vanish only. They are disappear only in the Indian society. The artisans of India became unemployed. Artisans means those are the handicraft. Those are all now unemployed. The weavers became the first victims as wool and cloth making industries suffered a lot. Here weavers means those doing a work of clothes. Those are all are now become the unemployed. So this is also the major cause as a economic cause for the 1857 revolt, a first war of India's independence. Now move to the next. The Indian handicraft became the financially pathetic, because if suppose the industry is only not there, these only they got more support, then financially also their condition is not good. Due to the Jamindaru system, the farmers were exploited by the Jamindars. As you know, in the impact of British rule, in that lesson we came to know about them. Over there, Britishers were created the Jamindaru system, and Jamindars were going to exploited farmers more. And then come to the land taxes, the land tax collection rights awarded to the talukdar were withdrawn. Talukdar, Mailwari systems also withdrawn. Okay. As a result, the farmers had to undergo a lot of economic hardships and felt insult. Hence, the farmers also started protested all these. Okay, these are the economic causes. Now come to the administrative causes. The British brought into force new civil and criminal laws, both civil and criminal laws, and these laws were going to applicable only to Indians. Those are not going to applicable to the British, only applicable to the Indian citizens. And English became the language of courts. As you know, India, English is not our language. Okay. At the time of Mughals and all those time, yeah, when the British stepped into the India, that time our languages are maybe Hindi, Arabic. These are our languages. People and those are and along with that our regional language like Kannada, Marathi, Telugu, Tamil. These are all Rajasthani, Gujarati. These all are there. Okay, but the Bhojpuri, these all are there. So this language only understood by the British. English only understood by the British and few. Those are educated Indians, only understood by them. Others people are not going to understand by the English language. So this was made by the as a court language. Most of the time, the British judge had the sympathy towards their British citizen. So now come to the, these are the 3 points you have to write for the administrative causes. Now move to the military causes. Very important this one. Here, the condition of the Indian soldiers in the British army was pathetic. Here also, as the status, salary and opportunity for the promotion that was going to given to the British soldiers, not given to the Indian soldiers. Our post is last Subedar, not more than that. All the higher position was going to given to the only British soldiers. Even though we had all the qualification and strength and stability and strength also, then also they are not going to provide it to Indian soldiers to the higher posts. Only provided to the lower post in a army. The religious statements of Indian soldiers were disturbed when they were forced to cross the oceans to serve on a foreign land. The Britishers was going to ask to the Indian soldier to cross the oceans and work serve in a foreign countries. So now come to the eruption of the revolt and spread. A rumor spread among the soldiers that the cartridges used in the rifles called Royal Enfield were greased with the fat of cow and pigs. Cows were sacred to the Hindus, whereas pigs were blasphemous for Muslims, means it is against their religion, and this incident became the immediate for the war. Now move to the next. The rumor spread to the Barakpur. Barakpur means it was located in Bengal. Here it is Barakpur, and Bangladesh also, both. Here it is in border, it is located Barakpur. So the same news was spread to the Barakpur also, and which resulted in severe dissatisfaction when the British officer ordered to the soldiers to use the rifles by biting the cartridges. They refused to do so. Most of the British officers were going to order to them to bite the cartridges, but most of the Indian soldiers was going to repeat this one because of the cartridges was going to use the fat of the animals, especially cows and the pigs. An Indian soldier named as Mangal Pandey killed a British officer. To oppose this one, when the British officer are going to order them, then over there on Bengal and in Barakpur, the army, a soldier was there. His name is called Mangal Pandey. He was going to oppose, and he was killed one British officer. Soon he was arrested by the British and hanged to the death. So this was going to made to the Indian to become furious. So here is the Mangal Pandey. You can go through it, his picture. Now come to the, this was also an immediate cause for the post-war of independence. Immediate cause is when the Mangal Pandey was killed and British officer and they are going to hang him, arrested and hanged him. This is the immediate cause for the this war. Now move to the next. And once it was going to completed in a Barakpur, then the same news was going to spread to the Meerut. It was located in Uttar Pradesh. Was a strong military base of the British. When the British ordered the Indian soldiers to use the greased cottages, the soldiers refused to carry out the order. The soldiers were imprisoned. Whoever going to refuse to use the rifle, then they are going to imprison, means they are going to put them into the jail. As a result, there was a revolt in Meerut. Indian soldiers rushed into the prison and released the soldiers jailed there. Then now move to the next. Once it was spread this news to the Meerut, then later the group of soldiers went to Delhi from Meerut. From Delhi to Meerut, the people went from Meerut to Delhi, and they laid siege on the Red Fort. They have seized the Red Fort and declared the aged Mughal king. His name is called Bahadur Shah II. You have to remember his name. Mughal king Bahadur Shah II as the emperor of the India. As you know, according to the Dalhousie, he was going to cancel the princely titles. What that? Emperor of India, Nawab of the particular place, Sultan of the place, a particular place, King of the. So these are all. But intentionally, our soldiers were going to declare by themselves that Bahadur Shah II as the Emperor of India. Protesting soldiers from different parts of India reached to Delhi, most of the people, and it spread like wildfire to Kanpur and the Jhansi. Kanpur is located as usual in a Uttar Pradesh. Here it is. It is located. You can see here. Here it is Lucknow, and this side is will be located Kanpur. Okay. Now move to the what is that next? About the Kanpur we will come to know. In Kanpur, Nana Sahib rose in a protest, and Tata Tope was his assistant. In Kanpur, the Nana Sahib was there as a king, and his assistant is Tatya Tope. In Jhansi, a revolt took place under the leadership of Queen Lakshmi Bai. When Kanpur fell into the hands of the British, when the British were going to conquer on the Kanpur, Tatya Tope came to Jhansi to help the queen. You have to remember this one. In Kanpur, Nana Sahib was there, his assistant is Tatya Tope. Once the British were going to conquer the Kanpur, then Tatya Tope moved to the Jhansi and helped to the Queen Lakshmi Bai. Now move to the about the Lakshmi Bai. Lakshmi Bai was the queen of Jhansi. Rani Lakshmi Bai, who was angered by the doctrine of lapse, declared war on the British. She captured the Gwalior. Gwalior is here. It was located in Madhya Pradesh. Here it is Gwalior. You can go through it. Gwalior is here in Madhya Pradesh. It is a very strong place those time. So she was conquered that by the Britishers, and she died a heroic death. Once she was conquered, then British were going to declare war against her, and she was died in the war. Very heroic. Still today also the people are going to had the preaching about her, admire her about her bravery. Okay. So here it is both Tatya Tope and the Jhansi Rani Lakshmi Bai's picture is there. You can go through it. So by this one, I am going to completing, means I am going to stop here the explanation of this lesson. Remaining part, those are the reasons for the failure of the revolt and the effects of the revolt. We will come to know in a later class. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any suggestions, any doubt, then please comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. And if you come to know this video is worthwhile for you, then please share this video among your friends. So thank you my dears to watching this video.